Welcome back, everyone. It's John, Wade Boggs fan. It's Tuesday night. Hope everyone is well. Well, what can you say? 7 Super Bowl rings for Tom Brady. Definitely the GOAT. Um, I, I didn't watch much of the Super Bowl for some. I'm not super into football, um, but I was following it a little bit on my phone. Couldn't believe the halftime score. And then just watch the end of the last 5 minutes of the game just to see Brady um, win that 7th Super Bowl. Just amazing. Everyone thought if there was going to be a blowout, it was going to be the other way, and I guess that's why they played the game. So there you go. I just have a little bit of a mail day to show off. Picked up some vintage Hall of Famers, nothing big. But about, I don't know, a few videos ago, I did a bit of I guess a little bit of a rant video on my frustrations with vintage and the prices, and you know how that all is. Um, but yeah, I sort of decided that on some of these smaller end cards, I'm not going to dicker over a few bucks here. So, you know, I may have paid a few bucks more than maybe what the last sale was or the average or whatever. I'm okay with it. I mean, it's just one of those things. You either have to sit by the sideline and wait for this bubble to burst, and who knows when that's going to happen, or you just go in. But you know, I'm not going in crazy, but I'm putting in a little bit extra competitive bids, and I've won a few, so I'm happy with that. So I got 3 that I'm gonna show off here, and I actually won a whole bunch. I forget who it wasn't a Probstein auction, but someone was auctioning off a lot of 78 tops. And I want to try to complete my run of Hall of Famers for 78. Picked up a bunch of manager cards. Again, you know, if it wasn't for 78, those would not be high on my list of Hall of Fame managers. But for 78, I want to try to complete the run of all the Hall of Famers, just because that's my special set. So once I get done with that, I'm not really going to care too much about, you know, getting all the Hall of Famers for every year, and just key on some of the ones that I like. I may look to do a player run here or there. It's still hard for me to focus on, you know, that card looks nice. Do I want that card? I don't know if, you know, should I try to go after that one? And depends on the player, and I don't know. I'm also looking at some 76s because I'm really starting to appreciate that design. And so one of them that I'm going to show off is a 76, and can't remember if I have another one coming in the mail or not, but there's some I'm looking at. We'll see. But anyway, yeah, it's not going to be too long of a video here. So let's turn the camera around and check out some Hall of Fame vintage cards I picked up. All right, the first card I have to show off is the 1976 Topps Robin Yount, his second year card in a near mint 7. Centering's pretty good, a little off, but it's not perfect because it's a 7. There's the back. It is off left to right. And again, one of the things that, again, when I first started going after vintage graded, you know, I wanted to make sure the backs were centered as well as the fronts. And you know what? I'm not going to worry about the backs as much. Now, if it's really off or diamond cut or just this isn't that off. It's okay for my eye appeal, but it is off left to right. I'm not going to worry about that. It's the front that I'm mainly going to be looking at, and to me, that's a nice looking 7 of Robin Yount. So the next one I picked up is a 78, and this is the first manager card. I think this is the first graded manager card I picked up, and it's of Joe Torre. At the time, manager of the Mets. That's a near mint 8. Again, pretty good centering. Maybe a little bit of ink stuff down at the bottom, but again, it's very minor. These 78s, man, I tell you, the print smudging and stuff like that's pretty bad. Now this back's really nice. I really like this back, nice and bright, well centered. So I got a decent deal, I guess, if you want to call it a deal. I probably paid market price, but at this point, that's a deal, I guess. But there's the 78 Topps Joe Torre. And the last one I picked up, Mr. October. Reggie Jackson, 1980 Topps in a near mint 8. Pretty good centering. A little, maybe a couple small little fisheyes there out in that little banner there for the outfield, but overall, pretty clean copy. Happy with that. The back, again, generally speaking, very nice. So yeah, it is one of the older. I was a little bit concerned. It's one of the older cases, and I doubt very much that a 1980 Topps Reggie Jackson would be, trimmed or something wrong with it. So it fits fairly well in the holder there, so doesn't move around. So I think I was pretty safe in this older PSA holder. But yeah, those are the 3 vintage pickups, and I may have, not sure about next video. I have a little topic I'm working on, hopefully for next video, and then after that I may have some more vintage to show off. But that's all I have to show for you tonight, and let's get over to trivia. All right, well, here was the trivia question from my previous video. The question was, George Springer is tied for 4th all-time with 19 career postseason homers. Who is first? And a lot of you got this answer right. A couple of you, I think, guessed Bernie Williams. Bernie Williams is in 2nd and was most recently passed by Manny Ramirez. He has 29 home runs in 111 postseason games. I think 1 or 2 of you picked Mickey Mantle. And I think before, the playoffs started exploding and there was maybe a divisional series, if at best, during Mantle's playing days. It was mainly in World Series. I think he was right up there. But then once they started with, the championship series, divisional series, wild card, there's so many playoff games now that the modern players have a run at that record. So it was Manny Ramirez with 29. So rather than do another trivia question, I thought I would mix things up a little bit. Still trivia-ish, but instead of a sort of a factoid, I thought I would throw in some baseball quotes and see if you can figure out who said that particular quote. So the first quote I have for you to guess is, I think about baseball when I wake up in the morning. I think about it all day, and I dream about it at night. The only time I don't think about it is when I'm playing it. So, who said that? I will have the answer for you in my next video. That's all I have for you guys. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.